Okay, so grade 7 girls, I told you that we are not doing the previous lesson. We'll continue with use proportional reasoning to solve a problem. You remember how we used to find the proportionality? That is seeing that how they are equivalent by dividing, and then if your answers are equal, you said that they are proportional. If your answers were not equal, you told they are not proportional. Coming to the question, the ratio of collectible cards Deshawn owns to cards that Stefan owns is 5:2. They have shown the ratio 5:2. Stefan has 36 cards. How will the ratio of Deshawn's card to Stefan's card change if they both sell half of their cards? If they both sell half of their cards, okay, 36 means Stefan has 36. If she sells half of her card, how many cards will be there, girls? If Stefan sells out of 36, half of her cards, how many cards will Stefan has?
3 or 2.
Huh? I
Oh,
said,
0, 0, 0.
1 second. I said you have 36 cards. You sell half of your cards, half. So how much is it? Half of your cards? Simple, girls. You have 4 chocolates. You sell half of it. How many you have left?
2.
How many you have?
2.
2, right? Similarly, Stefan has 36 cards. Stefan has 36 cards. So half of 36, how much? Half of 36 is how much? How much, girls? I will not write here, girls. I need to know how much is half of 36. Grade 7 girls, come on. If you're not answering me, maybe even 5 more minutes, I will sit like that. I asked you a question. How much is half of 36? Half their cards. That is half of
26.
how much?
26?
Dana? 36 means you have to divide by? Half means you have to divide by 2. Do you know this? 36
Yeah.
you have to divide by 2. Come on, divide and tell me how much it is. I will wait.
18.
I will wait. Judy, how much is half of 36?
Miss, 18.
18, good. 18 is half of 36. Girls, do you think you have to take so much of time for this? What happened? What is the reason that you're not answering? Yes, grade 7 girls?
18.
I know that you have told me correct, but very late. Anyways, so 18 cards. How will the ratio of Deshawn cards to Stefan cards change if they both sell half of their cards? Okay, 18. And they told, what is the ratio? They told the ratio is 5:2. They told you the ratio is 5:2. That means if I do the diagram, I make 18. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, 18. That is 5 times 18. That is 5 times 18. This is for Stefan's. And then, see, 5:2. Then 2 cards of Stefan, that is 18. Okay? Why 2? Because they're told in the question here that Deshawn's and Stefan's card is 5:2 ratio. That is 5:18. Why did I take 18? Because in the question they told from 36 cards, they took half, that they sell half of them. So remaining 18 You multiply with 5, that gets 90. Multiply with 2, you got 36. That's what it's saying. 5 times 80, you get 90. And 2 times 18, you get 36. Here. Now, why did I make it more half? Because again in the question, come up, Stefan has, how will the ratio of Deshaun cards to Stefan card change if both sell half of their cards? Okay. Now again, I make it half and see. When I make it more half, I get 9. That is 45 and 18. Am I getting proportionality, girls? Are they proportional?
No.
After they both sell half of their card, the ratio is 45 over 18 or 5 over 2. If the number of cards change by the same multiple, the ratio that relates them, girls, the ratio is same. The ratio is equivalent. This 5 over 2 will not change. You even have to multiply 5 over 2. Even more, if you make it half, you have to multiply with 5 over 2. So the ratio is equivalent. The ratio will not change, but the number of cards will change. Okay? After selling half of their card collections, Deshaun and Stephen each buy new cards, 9 new cards. What is the ratio of the number of cards Deshaun has to? Okay, I guess leave this, try it, and let us go to the next one. Example 3. A video streaming services charge Brian $143 for a full year of access. $143, okay, for that video gaming, video streaming. Brian thinks he was not charged the correct amount. What should Brian say when he calls a customer service? The rate is 8.99 per month. How do you know that 8.99 per month, girls? They said, see carefully, how did I do? For the whole year, that is 12 months, the charge is $143.84. So for 1 month, how much? What do I have to do? Divide 143.84 divided by 12. When I divide, I get for 1 month, I get 8.99. I get 8.99. If I divide them both, if I divide 143.84 divided by 12, I told you why did I divide by 12? So I get 8.99. Girls, if I multiply 8.99 and 12, 899 and 12, they said I get this. But how much did they charge? They charged him 143. So is it correct? And where did you know that 8.99? It is here. But how much did they charge? They charge not 107. They charge him 143. Let me minus and see how much they took extra. They took $35 extra from him. This is one way. The other way is y equal 8.99x. So for what 143.84, how much is x? I will divide 8.99. So I get 16. So actually, Brian was charged for 16 months. So he must ask the customer service to give him 4 months for free. You can go for option 1, that is more easier, girls. That just, yeah, you just see the, like you see 8.99 per month. So for 12 month, how much? You will multiply 8.99 multiply by 12. You get 107.88. Then you minus it and see. Then you minus it and see how much extra dollars. $35 extra. Understood, girls? Not an easy lesson again. You have to think over it. Give me a minute. Okay. Now come to the next page. Okay. A recipe calls for 15 ounces of flour for every 8 ounces of milk. Okay. Now maybe you are making a cake or you are making some anything, a cake or a pie, which needs flour of for every 8 ounces of milk. Every 8 ounces of milk, you need 15 ounces of flour. Okay. Is the relationship between ounces of flour and ounces of milk proportional? Let us check, girls. We can say 1/8 ounce is 15 ounces of milk. So 1 ounce of milk is how much? You will do 15 over 8. So the equation is y is equals to 15 over 8x. Okay. Now here, you can write the equation. Yes, we can write the equation to represent the situation, which is a proportional relationship. Did you understand how I did? 8 ounces of milk give me 15 ounces of flour. So 1 ounce of flour will give me how much milk? Girls, you can even go with the other way. Understood? This is simple making an equation. Here, if you use 15 ounces of milk, how much flour should you use? Okay, here they're asking you not 8 ounces of milk. They're asking you 15 ounces of milk. Okay, let us first do this. How much flour will we use? For 15 ounces of flour, we use 8 ounces of milk. This is milk and this is flour. So for 15 ounce of milk, M, I'll just write near M, 15 ounce of milk. This is milk. How much flour? You know that you will divide this and you will multiply this. Let me just 15 over 8. I got some answer, maybe 15, 8, 8. I got 17 over 8. All right. And then what 15 means if I multiply 15, 8 times 15. Girls, check 15 times 15 is how much? Is it 220?
150. 225.
That's 225. 225 over 8. Okay, girls, before I do further, I just want to explain you once again. Let me erase this. Because what are you going to write for the B option? I will tell you.
Yes, I wrote all
Okay, it's okay. Same thing I'm going to write. I'm just writing again because I want to explain once again. It's correct.
that.
Oh, it's correct. See,
Okay.
B option here for 8 ounces of, sorry, for 15 first I'll write. For 15 ounces of milk, I'm using 8 ounces of, sorry, 15 ounces of flour. I'm using 8 ounces of milk. So the question is for 15 ounces of milk, how much flour? So you know where the question mark is, you divide that. So I divided 15 over 8 and I will multiply 15. Am I correct? This is what I taught you, right?
Yes.
Now, when I multiply 15 and 15, I get 225 over 8. Now, let me divide 225 and 8. I get 8 2s are 16. 8 times 8, 64. So what is my answer? 28, 1 over 8 ounce. I hope you understood the lesson. I mean the question.
Yes.
Only you have to take care is girls, flour and flour, milk and milk. 15 ounces of milk give me 15 ounces of flour give me 8 ounces of milk. So 15 ounces of milk will give me how much? Divide this and multiply this. Can I erase and go to question number 5?
Yes.
Girls, can I go to question number 5? Can I erase this?
Yes.
Others, Majdulin, Miral, Zishan, did you write?
Yeah.
Did you write?
Yes. Yes.
Everyone understood?
Yes.
Yes.
Next question. A food packing company makes a popular fruit cocktail. To ensure a good mixture of fruit, there are 3 cherry halves for every 8 white grapes in a jar. Okay, 3 halves for 8 grapes in a jar. An inspector notices that one jar has 12 cherry halves instead of and 20 white grapes. Okay, what can be done to fix the error? Sample, depending on how big the jar is, put 12 white grapes or take out 4 white grapes. Simple, girls. Either, because see, 20 minus 8, how much it is? See here, this is something very oral. You just don't need to write it and do it. If you want, I will just tell you. Simple, girls. It is supposed to be 8 white grapes. And by mistake, they see 20 white grapes. So 20 minus 8, how much it is? 12. Either they can remove these 12 grapes to make it 8 grapes, or how many cherries? Or
3.
out
3.
or take out 4 white grapes and 6 cherry halves. Don't write the other one. This is enough. Or just write this. How did they get that? From 4 white grapes and 6 cherry halves. Okay, 3 cherry halves. Because you will minus 12 minus 3 cherries. So you get 9 cherries. Okay. 4 white grapes. Where will take, if they take out 4 white grapes from here, it will be almost like 16. That is like double of 8. And to make double, 6. Guys, the second part is tough for me to explain you. Simple, I will say. What is double of 8? Double of 8 is 16. How much left after 16? 17, 18, 19, 20. That's why they say remove 4 white. Double of 3 is 6. So they can remove more 6 cherry halves. This is the second part. So just write the first part and write what I have solved. That's enough, girls.
Okay.
Depending on how the big jar is, put in 12 white grapes. I just put the 12 white grapes to make it as 20 white. Finished?
Yes.
If Hector is 8 years old and Mary is 3 years old, how old will be Mary? First of all, you have to know the relationship. Simple, girls. Even this we will do in that way. When Hector was 8 years old, Mary was 3. So 8 minus 3 is how much? 5 years. There is 5-year difference. Okay. Now, if Hector is 16, how much will be Mary? Again, you have to minus. You have to minus how much? Like Seagull. No, listen to me. If you and your sister, the difference is 5 years. Okay. And now when you are 16, how much is your sister age? You will subtract 5 because the difference is 5. 8. The answer is 8 years. Did you understand or no? Shall I explain again? See, Hector
Understand.
is 8 years old and Mary is 3 years old. Maybe you are 8 years and your sister is 3 years. How much is the difference? 8 years minus 3 years. How much is the difference between two sisters? 5 years. Now, when you are 16, when Hector is 16, how much will be Mary? Because how much difference did you get? You got 5 years difference. So 16 minus 5 is 8 years. Just in the solving part, you solve this and write that. Don't write because there is no constant multiple, all that. Just write Hector will be, Mary will be 8 years old when Hector is 16. Mary will be 8-year old when Hector is 16. Okay, girls, I will join in your science class.